rules, right? But, so your next step would be, how do I deal with something like this? Where we add integrand limits to our problem. Okay? And it's not much of a stretch. You know how to use substitute. This is an easy addition. Luis, what would you pick as the value of u in this problem?
X equals.
Yeah, it's your inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kellen, what's your derivative?
Would it just be 3x? Copy x squared
A
again.
cubed. Whoever whispered in his ear. Except for Lucky. Okay. So we can set, so these match, correct?
Yeah.
So we're good with du and the square root of u, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. What do I do with those?
Do you evaluate?
Okay, those are in terms of x.
So would you
So your
plug
first
them into X?
Is that in terms of x? No, it is not. So you have two options. One is to transfer them to u. The other is to do this whole problem and put them back in at the end.
Which is the easiest?
Okay. I prefer to put them in right now as u values. Okay, so what does u equal?
X2 plus 2.
Right, so if I plug 0 in for x,
It's 2.
0 cubed plus 2, so this one is 2. And then I plug that in as well, right?
10.
And that goes there. Now you don't have to touch x again. So we don't have to put x in back in at all, because that's all in terms of u, and whatever answer you get out the back end is you're done. I think it makes it more simple. That's personal preference.
So you don't plug.
I will show you the other way too. So you will not put x back in this.
So you
Okay,
don't plug
this is-
x into the u, or you don't plug in values for the u, just the u?
What is the antiderivative of square of u?
Of you? Oh, wait a minute, because that's
Of the square root of u.
Power.
Yeah,
1/2.
same thing. They keep going. Make it a power rule. Keep it simple, silly. Not in my household, it's not. Oh, your feelings hurt? That's stupid.
That's
You're turning into a little society. You slowly do that.
We're all going to die slowly. Hopefully. Some of us more sudden than others.
What do you say?
It's on YouTube, so let's just go back and watch it.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add 1, divide by the number, and then evaluate.
Yep.
And then it's not too bad.
So you get 2/3, because I can copy dot flip 10 to the 3/2 minus 2/3 2 to the 3/2. And if you can do that in your head, then you're a
Education.
pretty good mathematician.
Can you do that in your head?
I can get close. But those are not perfect roots. Because 10 cubed is 1,000. There's no square root of 1,000. That's perfect. It's very close to 33. And then 2 cubed is 8, square root of 8 is an irrational number. So, very close to 2.718. So you're pretty much there without a calculator.
On FRQ, can you do it like that or do it?
That is done. For your response answer, you're done. You do not touch it. Even if you have a calculator, you don't touch it. Multiple choice, you could be done. Okay, they could mess with you and do this. Okay, that's perfectly legitimate multiple choice answer. They could put that in the calculator portion of the exam and put a decimal on it. You just have to be a wise mathematician and recognize that. You better recognize food, okay? Do you want me to show you the other way to deal with the integral limits?
Sure.
I think not, I don't think you'll just confuse.
I do worry about that, but then I'd be sending uninformed math students out into the world, so. Okay, if you're okay with this, first method, have at it. Okay, here's the second. I am going to solve this just like we have been. All right. And then I'm going to insert my u value back in, which was
X plus 2.
now I'm going to evaluate from 0 to 2.
Oh,
You
okay.
see the small difference?
Yeah.
So if I'm in terms of x here, I have to be x here, but if I transfer everything to be in terms of u, then I'm good to go there. Okay. Either way is fine. And then you'll end up with the same answer. So one just puts everything in u, one transfers it back to x. That's it. So there's really about the same amount of work. Because on this one you have to figure out your u values. Here you just have to put x back in. So there's like, it's personal preference at that spot. Very nice. Any cell phone issues today? What? I know whose it was.
Yeah, the one frantically digging for his bag.
Okay. Let me show you a trig one. How about that?
Classroom. Google Classroom.
Yeah.
You got us. You got it. And then let's put some integral limits on there. As I would have. I'm waiting.
You would be.
Sorry, bud. It's not gonna happen.
Somebody going to try to take one. Out of the subscribers? I don't think so.
So I get this message the other day from somebody from like India, and it says, "Yo, Arthur."
Yo!
Somebody's practicing their slang.
I'm blown up.
I didn't know what to say.
Yo.
Yo, Arthur.
He's probably,
Okay.
he has a shrine of Arthur.
You just watch a Calc BC video and you put "Yo, Arthur" as the comment.
You just lost a subscriber because you're making fun of me.
Wait, did
No
it say,
offense intended.
did it say what their name was?
I didn't even pay attention. I don't used to. I don't respond to comments, I don't know why. Okay. Brooke, pick a U value. Let's try it. Anybody want to try that derivative?
What's even squared? Oh.
Let's do the other one.
Even squared is.
This is a chain rule derivative.
Ah, no thanks.
Bring it, so derivative outside, copy inside, and then the derivative of the inside, what's the derivative secant? Does that match what we have left?
No.
Let's do the other one.
That's fine. You're gonna at some point pick a U value that's incorrect. Okay, so you just have to recognize it
Isn't it just secant?
and fix it. Okay, what's our other option, bro? Just can.
If this doesn't work either, then what happens?
Okay, again, inside,
You don't get rid of it.
keep in mind that you can also write that, so it's more obvious inside outside. So you're copying the inside function. Right? So the derivative of that is
3, 10.
that's one of your memory derivatives.
Oh, did you just get rid of the 3?
No, the 3 is just hanging out. It's the outside function. Remember we're chain rule? Okay, you're copying the inside first, and then deriving the inside. Okay, and then we're going to take care of the rest of it with the antiderivative of the outside.
So with
It's the one small.
when we did secant, did we not carry the 2 over?
We did. Because secant squared is
Secant
an entire
squared?
thing.
Gets substituted. So, again, does this match that?
Yes.
It's divided. You replace it with du. Substitute. Okay, this is very handy, right? You have a lot of power rule integrals here. How do you want to deal with these?
The first one.
Okay, so if u is tangent at 0,
And tangent.
tan at 0, remember sine over cosine.
Yeah. I can't see it.
What's sine at 0? And cosine is, so we have. And then our other one? That makes it easier.
Yeah, it does.
Kylie, help the brother out here.
Don't you just plug the 0 into the u?
Not yet.
Oh, no, you anti-derive that, so it's u to the 4th over 4.
Okay. Oh, that's so nice and pretty.
Oh.
Did you just say that? I never thought I'd hear that in calculus class. Every time you get a calculus answer now.
I should put my answer in every.
Did I write all of the work down for you already? Okay, here's the rest. Has your sticker come in yet?
My brain was like, what?
What sticker?
You should just plaster that.
Is that the freelance too?
Yeah.
Who did that one?
Yeah, you did actually.
This big.
How about that?
36 inches,
Good job.
like this big.
Why did you get that?
Because Brandon Ray was first snowball. And then Brandon, Dylan Wheeler was in the.
It's due tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, tomorrow we'll do 5.7, which we've already touched a little bit of. Thursday, we'll actually do your review day. Friday, we'll do free response and multiple choice work. 5.7, I'll give you a couple days to do that. So,
Yeah.
okay. So the work we just looked at, the homework, we'll just add that score onto this one for ease sake.
Okay.
All right. Good with that? Wait. Before you pack up, you need to give that an honest shot on your own. Like, you can get help from people, but the amount of really pretty homework I get reflects, and then some of the lower quiz and test scores that we see tells me that there's a lot of copying. I'm just telling you right now, it's not fruitful. It's not going to help you. Okay? So you got to give this an honest look on your own. I've only given you 4 new problems. And the APs are all spiraling new problems, so give it an honest shot. If you need help, come get it.